10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Phantom Assassin.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Bang.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That set does make him look.
Prepare.
That set,
for
what
battle.
set is this? Slumbering Terror? Where was this set from?
Here, okay.
Dude, this set's pretty cool. The sleeves are from the quest.
Yeah. And he just got this kick-ass, like Invoker pops his collar. Bane, he goes full metal.
Bane set.
Alright, well, laning-wise, it will be Fender bottom lane.
Oh, it's only minus
support
75
by
in
Rubik.
I thought it used to be
check.
plus 120, and now it's only plus 7. Oh no, the talent, not the.
Not the ability.
Not
Okay.
the ability's
Yeah,
120.
the ability is 120 at the full.
So only minus 195 damage. Only. If he goes for that. Cast range is really good
30
though too.
seconds to battle.
But I think in this game and people do.
Can you imagine cast range being really useful if the Rubik doesn't have high maneuverability items? Like if there's no blink or force over on King Up, then the cast range may be able to keep you out of range of the Rubik's grab.
But then you don't even need to care about the Rubik's Grab. You can just enfeeble him. 20 seconds of minus 195 damage. That is obscene.
Something else to look for during the team fight.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. All right. He's still... Slark is actually not that affected by it because he can steal a lot of stacks and get a lot of damage through.
But the PA, though.
Yeah, PA is... might be in Struck City. He can't do any damage otherwise. At least Slark has Dark Pack and Pounds for a little bit of damage. He has nothing. Oh my god, he crit for 75!
Huge! Massive! Unbelievable. Alright, I want to see Bane. Oh, no, he went Brain Sap. I was waiting for Ice to come into the mid lane and just enfeeble the
Brain
PA.
Sap's way better early, though. Just, it allows you to have the system. Just trade a lot better.
Seems like such a low mana cost as well, considering his mana pool is 410.
They buffed it. They wanted Bane to be viable because he wasn't at all. I think having Brain Sap scale is a very good decision.
Yeah. Well, he may have taken a lot of damage, but Ogre's only got one more Ignite left. While Ice is still regenerating up. He'll go for another Brain Sap now. And he's focusing on Chappie. They're trying to keep him down, and he's actually dropping very, very low. The Sunstrike Chappie!
Oh my god.
They actually did it. They've killed him already.
Level 1 Invoker. Wow, that was a 6 Sunstrike, and he knew he would try and get out of range to salve.
Yep.
Wow.
And you had that small animation, right? Like Invoker puts his hands out for just a split second in the direction he's going to Sunstrike.
You usually just do it in between attacks, though, so you don't cancel any animation. Obvious. A better way is to look at his mana pool, but that's not terribly easy to fight. But, you know, you don't expect a level 1 Sunstrike to actually kill someone. Usually it's used for ranged people. But Blink, he's all about those kills.
Ice has to back up. Ignite's going to start to cause him a couple of problems. He is low, but they're already, like, with everything they expended, and Magnus, who was doing his jungle work, they're going to trigger the Shrine. 2 minutes in,
Use Sunstrike
get
for
all
value.
the life back up again, and you're good.
Actually, Colts,
A gift from the tempest of battle.
for the value. Slark's having free farm as a result, but I think Magnus is happy with this. So he went for a 1-1 build. When I saw XS play the Magnus, he went 0-2-1. So let's see what Faith takes a little. This will be a little bit. I'll let you know. I'll keep you up.
Awesome. He's going for farm, man. And Rubik's looking for him. Rubik was able to find the invis rune, so he's trying to work out what Faith Beyond is up to.
Oh, he definitely knows what he's up to. He's just trying to leech. You can't kill him unless he's like critical. He's mega critical. Rubik in the mid lane. Blink.
Jump forward with a pull back. Blink's in a lot of trouble. Ice needs to help now. A quick nightmare. They're actually toggling up the abilities. A follow-up Sunstrike. Ogre takes minimal damage from that. So Blink will go down, but a heavy rotation out.
Nice try with the magic stick. But they just are under constant fire from spam. From the cycling dagger to the ignite. It's just not an easy world for Blink. Very well played by King R. Nice rotation. He could have gotten greedy and tried to just suck up Mag's XP. But level 2 and power picked up by Max.
FN is having the time of his life on bottom lane. Obviously, with the Magnus going full jungle, FN can keep farming, and he's pushing the wave. So he's not letting it just hold back. He pushes it up and then does as much damage to that tier 1 tower as possible. Then lets the wave just rubber band back.
Ideally, he'd be able to squeeze in some...
Ideally.
Oh, I saw him miss a CS.
Hi.
I saw you miss a CS, FM.
I was watching the Ogre and Bane say hello to each other on top of where the bounty rune used to be. How's the top lane looking? So Lifestealer, he's pretty close on CS as well. Shadow going directly into phase boots to start with. This is dual mid lane. Downside about this is the fact that Blink is not getting the levels as quickly as he may have liked.
It's getting more levels in PA because of that. Look. Faith Beyond almost dead.
Plays the range perfectly though. Disruptor. It is nighttime, so he doesn't see Ghostic moving over. And the second Ghostic actually looks to try and find the Magnus is the time Magnus is going back to base to regenerate. And probably will go to bottom lane too. Ice.
Oh, they have Sleep for Sunstrike too. That's actually a great setup. Sleep, Brain Sap into Sunstrike. Wow, that's a lot of pure damage too.
Issue is Invoker needs levels, and now they're rotating over. Okay, well, he's at the 1 point up in Wax. 4 heroes from Empire in this mid lane to try and deal with Blink. Now, Blink doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. He's got the 6-1 charges available.
And no
this is
sign up.
the commitment of resources here from Empire. Is this really worth it?
They thought they could just get 2 kills. If they got 2 kills, it'd definitely be worth it. They wanted to go before the Observer Ward expired, but now their Observer Ward in the mid is dead.
What's that? Ice is coming to bottom lane. They put down a fresh Observer Ward, but that's a very, very deep Ogre. And they can set up. Remember that Sunstrike we're talking about? Oh no, the pick up and throw down. TP support's coming over as Disruptor with 1 point up in Glimpse. So Ogre will run north and they're focusing on King R instead. They'll glimpse him over and Blink will just move in. Sunstrike, it's on the... No! Just short of the money, but the kill will be there nonetheless. Shrine will trigger a little bit early, but they need to get the mana back into Blink so he can go back to the mid lane. But this Ogre is stranded. Unless he can play the fog perfectly. Now, the Observer Ward will allow him to do this. Dire have no idea he is here.
So he's not doing anything.
He's leeching is what he's doing. Like, unless Faith Beyond is watching very closely.
He's still getting a ton of gold, though, on
how much
Faith.
experience is there? He still didn't see him. Now he's going to leech the Ancients.
He's going to grab the bounty.
That'll work.
Ooh, easy. What's better than a bounty? Observer Ward.
He may not get out alive, however. Where's Ice? Ice is going in deep. He didn't see the Ogre. So Ice will steal the bounty from inside the Radiant jungle.
Rubik trying to do some pulls on bottom lane. Will relieve some tower pressure off that bottom T1 for wings. And do see a Sage's Mask, but no Aquila up yet on this tower push. Ghost Stick.
Oh, they're jumping in. Quick Nightmare, but Ghost Stick's already arrived. Chappie was on being nightmared up. Now Shadow will arrive. Ghost Stick comes back out of the Nightmare. A little bit too early, taken off by Ice, but it won't matter with open wounds and rage from Shadow. Can do more than enough damage to find the kill. And Brain Sap gives Ice such sustain.
It's so hard to tell that Bane has double damage.
Really?
Did you
he
know?
had double
he had
damage?
double damage that fight, yeah.
No, his items make that impossible to see.
Yeah. And I don't think they would have turned back if they had known that he had a double damage. But he did have double damage.
Cosmetics wins games.
I was like, man, Centaur's taking a lot of damage, and there is no Blightstone on Lifestone. Who's doing all this damage?
It's the nightmare that is Bane. Running in behind, FN's going to find himself a courier if he just waits a second longer. Won't happen. He misses sight of it. But this is the first Slark rotation.
Faith. And Faith, it is nighttime. Faith has no idea what's about to happen.
Faith's dead. Skew up. He at least pushed FN up the hill. Would have given a possibility for the Ogre to deny him.
It's going Dom first on Magnus. Prez, no Midas, no Arcanes, no Blink. Used a scan right where Slark was. Can Ice and a little bit of danger over here, but there's a reward. And
oh, you
already knew.
Just quickly munch it down. Now Stampede forward. Ice. Perfect Nightmare on Slark, but he breaks through with the Dark Pact. Brain Sap not enough, or will it? No, it won't be enough for Ice. Survive in the RP. Wasted by Faith Beyond. Not really doing anything for them, and it's just Chappie running in deep. Cold Snap underneath the tower. He is too deep looking for the kill on Innocence.
Wow, that was a really good Blink strike by Chappie. He Blink struck out to dodge the RP, but then he just got caught. But it was still a nice RP dodge. Nice try by Faith. Get him next time. Magnosaurus.
I know that is.
I'm respecting his race, Toby.
The Magnosaurus?
Yeah.
Alright.
What is this on my screen? Who turned out the lights? What the heck is this?
You're looking at the coup de grace. Yeah, this one. So it leaves a sword behind when PA gets the kill with crit, I believe.
I guess I don't click the coup de grace that often. I didn't know it actually left a thing. I thought it was just a visual.
It has its own little sayings each time.
It's cool, great.
But I don't think I've ever seen like who turned out the lights. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, I guess they have pretty cool things. If I kill anyone else, I want to see if he has it.
Radiant's top tower
Oh,
is under
smoke
attack.
up. In the mid, behind the T1, 3 heroes. Who are they going to get? They want to get
Oh, they
Evoker. But
it helps when Enfeeble just wears out.
well, yeah, you don't want to kill the Bane. You just want to leave him alone. Just let. Want to kill Invoker. Invoker is in the jungle. He's what? Blink? Does he have the game? Oh my god.
He has to know. The Stampede's being used as well. Blink, he'll invoke up Invis, but the Sentry Ward is down. Blink may have seen it coming, an extra crit. He can't get the stick charges off in time.
That is some sick game sense, though, that he actually pulled away from that creep. Right
They're moving
then.
up to fight. They don't want to let Empire get away with this. So a quick and feeble on the PA. Remove so much of that damage. Rotate Shadow over. Here comes your glimpse. They're dragging back Chappy, but he Phantom Strikes down. The perfect positioning from the Ogre allowed him to do so. Invoker is back up in 3 seconds' time. So they'll have his Sunstrike damage available, but Chappy is just too quick. He's even got an extra creep wave coming in.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Second open wounds comes out onto the Ogre. Ogre looks like he's trapped in Connect Field. Will get Sunstruck and die. Only one hero dead. That's a big victory for Empire.
They rotated so many heroes down for that, up for that too. Now Blink actually leaves the mid lane alone, continues to leave it in the hands of Ice Ice so they can get that Fiend script up and running.
Yeah, I think we're going to be pretty important, but King Art is also almost level 6. Looks like he's just going to leech this one creep and be level 6, and Invoker has had to use a lot of Ghost Walks.
To use a lot more soon. His only way to really escape from FN, and FN is rapidly approaching that Shadow Blade. Then life becomes very difficult for everybody on Wings. Sunstrike, perfect on the mark, but FN
Doesn't even pop his ulti. Not even scared.
triggers the one charge and just gets out of it.
So Helmut already picked up by Faith. He will choose an Ice Ogre Frost Mage. Creep of choice, and will use it on Blink. Frost Armor, very, very good versus the Phantom Assassin. I don't think he had much of options.
You'll take any protection you can. Slow down the attack, give yourself the armor, and reduce the damage with Enfeeble.
Enfeeble and Ice. He did pick up one level at people, though. Oh, actually, he picked up 2. He went a 2-2-1 build. Ooh.
He did.
Nice. He really wants that Enfeeble. I'm pretty sure he's going to take that talent. I'm pretty sure he is.
Well, the PA is currently only dishing out, like, shy of 100.
Oh, what did he steal? Just Empower? Just Empower. Well, that's the nice thing I have. Empowered Slark with Bloodlust.
Yep.
That is a...
Empower your PA if possible. She just triggered off the Shrine. Ice will come up straight into the Fiend's grip. Sunstrike's on the mark too, and they commit to Disrupt the Storm. And Phantom Assassin wants a piece of this. Stampede trigger to get them into a better position. Skewer forward from Faith Beyond, looking for the RP. Has it available, but doesn't really see FN thanks to that Shadow Dance. But now he comes back out of the Invis. They see him very clearly. RP down, and FN's losing life, and he cannot really stop it. The pounce up. He didn't get down the hill. He would have been a regen route, but he goes around it. They didn't see him. Body blocked up slightly by Chappy, but FN will get away.
What a loop-de-loop right there. Sick plays.
Wings must have thought he got down the cliff.
No, I think they assumed that he got trapped, but they didn't expect him to walk to the left in that quick circle.
Rubik just stole the Sunstrike. The level 4 Sunstrike.
Dyer's bottom
Well,
tower
for him.
is under attack.
287 damage. He doesn't have the mana pool to sustain.
But it'll be good enough if you can get a leash from the Slark.
Yeah.
He's still 300 short of having... Actually, is it 300? No, 200 short.
He would have been way further away had he died, though. Whew. Really nicely played by Farm Hero in the game, I think.
It took Blink 13 minutes to get his hand to Midas. A little late.
What happens when you get smoking and your lane gets occupied by Bane? And you miss a kill on Slark. Woo!
And do you feel like Wings are in control of this game right now?
Dyer's
Definitely
top
not.
tower is
Yeah,
under
because I'm looking at the Slark just being bigger and bigger and bigger.
He's so slippery. We haven't actually talked about top lane. Top lane, where Centaur is just not just doing his own thing.
He's like Stampede, but the Blink Dagger is now up for Ghost Stick. So you can instantly see him. Saying he gets that, jumps over. Do they have smoke on the supports?
They have an
No.
observer ward deep inside the jungle on the right side as they have it next to the shrine. Will scout out Ice, and Blink. Grip is
Dyer's
up
top
again,
tower
but
is
things
under
could
attack.
get really sticky for them. They don't see the Centaur. Vic in a really tight spot, but he will just go
Dyer's
to the
middle
top
tower
lane.
is under
Yeah,
attack.
they let it go. It's just tower trade-off instead. PA's beating into the tier 1 tower in mid. Slark's rapidly approaching the top tier 1. And you can see the Centaurs just scouting around as well. They look to pick up the bounty runes and just force in a lot of trade-off damage.
Dyer's
Chase it
top
around looking
tower
for a
is under
hero,
attack.
but this tower is really low.
Radiant's
Are
top
Wings really going to give up 2 T1s? I guess they can just
If
TP
Wings,
in
if Wings
Lifestealer.
TP back, though, they're in trouble. Like, you can't TP into the tree line because Ghostic is going to see it. The Magnus starts his TP in, will arrive with the Lifestealer. Ghostic, oh, he missed it! He missed the Hoof Stomp. He'll get instantly RP'd up, and then Stampede running away, but support rotates in from Wings. They already instantly glimpse him back up again, and Ghostic will die to both the tower plus the lightning bolts.
Very unfortunate, but that was a nice TP. Having the Lifestealer inside of Faith made 2 heroes there way quicker than I would have taken 2 TP.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Now
attack.
Wings are the ones looking for the better trade-off.
They didn't get the top T1 tower. I think Evan should have stayed around in the area. Try to get that free tower.
Yeah, it'll be Wings taking the bottom tier 1, hefty damage to the mid
Dire's
tier
top
1.
tower is under attack.
Chappie will get scouted under his observer ward. Look at the deep observer ward. We'll see the chicken. It's not a very common one that you'll see, but very unlikely to be dewarded, and it will scout out 0 camps, but still good enough to give them a glimpse as to what's going on in Empire's mind.
I feel like I'm seeing this more and more from each team, just around like that 10 to 15 minute mark when you go for a smoke gank or any kind of invasion. They put a very deep ward. Like you're seeing one down for the Radiant side at the moment. Like I was first noticing it during the games we were casting yesterday. Just find these very deep wards on the safe lanes of the opposition.
Neuter's got a newt, dude. You gotta catch all those farmers. FN.
Didn't realize that's a Neuter's job. Faith's on the run, but they can see him perfectly. The Observer Ward just lets them know about this. That's why there's like no safe place to farm. You cannot skewer yourself out of leash. So he'll go down, and King R, well, he'll still skewer. Not the worst ability in the world. Not what he wants, but not the worst. Now, Stampede forward. They go in behind the tower. FN, they'll enfeeble him up pretty quickly. And Disruptor does get the Storm out, but Rubik, Sly doesn't really care. FN's already on a triple kill. The Sunstrike won't connect on anything, and Shadow starts his run. Pounce is available for Shadow. No, the Pounce actually missed. So Shadow can keep running back to the tier 2 tower. Tornado will create a little bit of space and allow him to get into that one little creep. They're still ticking out to ignite, but Shadow will pop out of it.
Dire's middle tower
Nice
is under
Stampede.
attack.
I think a Stampede just gave them that like extra 2 seconds quicker.
Oh, whoop! Damage. Sunstrike. FN needs more life. The Pounce out, and the Hopstop from Ghostic creates the space, and FN survives on the Beastic. Ghostic, however, may be a sacrificial lamb. Glimpse back in. It's a lot of life to get through on a Centaur, but it will be enough. And actually, not as much as you think, because he went for the blink and didn't actually get the normal hoods we've been seeing on the Centaurs.
Net worth only about 1,000 in favor of Wings. I'm actually surprised they're ahead. How are they ahead in gold? I guess Jungle Magnus? I mean, no one's been particularly well on the Dire side. I guess Shadow didn't die from that fight, but I would expect maybe like a 1,000 net worth lead from Empire. Oh, wait, they still didn't get that T1 tower on top?
Nope, it's still standing.
Man.
It's actually, but that's still only going to account for. Yeah, it's only 1-for-1 towers.
I thought that Empire were way in the lead in towers, considering like where they've been playing, like really deep in the Radiant Dire jungle.
Been short. So Ghostic's not going to go for a 4-staff as well on his Centaur. Just feels like a completely different breed of Centaur to every other Centaur at DAC so far.
What does Hood do for you here, though?
It
Just your double edge, pretty much, but there's a lot of pure damage coming out.
But it's normally that like the 1 tank item and then most into Aghanims.
This guy's, you have to save the Slark. Slark's the most important hero in this game. Deso already picked up by Phantom Assassin. They're getting really hairy.
There's Blink on Faith Beyond. He doesn't have his RP for another 20 seconds, however, so this smoke maneuver, potentially they're just slipping in for Roshan. Like, unless they see a wraparound, they have a target. It's Ogre in the mid, so jump in, the Blink gets revealed. Quick shockwave and 2 hits from Shadow. That Ogre did not survive long.
Power is very good. Lifestealer's
Middle tower is under
what?
attack.
He's hitting for 300 with armlet on?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
No wonder the Ogre dropped so quickly. And they'll steal the Ancients. I'm surprised they didn't just slip in and take Roshan with that amount of damage.
Ogre's up
Dire's
really
top
soon.
tower
I don't
is
think you
under
risk it.
attack.
Shadow's going to defend the top lane once again.
They still have not taken
No,
another
and it's going to be denied now.
What?
Shadow 2 hits denies it.
Been denied.
I still think that's a net positive for Empire. They just needed to take that tower down.
Empire's maneuvering got scouted out by the first Dire Observer Ward. They put it right on top. And in fact, okay, yeah, they pinged it. The Sentry Ward that was planted down on top of the shrine, looking for the Ward. Found it out. Now middle lane. Where's that blink? Hoofstomp is out. They need a little bit of saving here from the Bane. The Nightmare almost does it for the Invoker. King R, you need a glimpse. Okay, maybe you need to actually pop back out. Fiend's Grip is down, but Fiend's Grip stolen and potentially going to be returned by King R. He holds the life stealer in position. The RP as well has to be committed by Faith Beyond, but the damage is not enough. Goes to create space with a two-man Hoofstomp. Sentry wards it down. FN has to go back up the hill, away from Shadow, away from that life stealer. Even without the Empower buff up, he hits like a truck.
Very good grip coming out from the Bane. They just aren't able to kill the Slark though. Everything, they keep throwing everything and the kitchen sink at him, but they just do not have enough damage. The burst is just not there.
It's going to get worse once the BKB is up. Even if you do have Fiend's Grip, there's no magical damage to come in from the Storm or anything really.
Invoker very slow on his... Still missing 2 pieces.
Ice is out too far. Death just walked out a little bit too far now. Enfeeble. There's a level 4 Enfeeble stolen by King R.
Ouch. Luckily for Wings, they do have the Empower to kind of offset that, but it's not something that you want to give up. Roshan gonna be on everyone's minds. Ogre Frostmage already sitting inside the pit. There's no lifesteal on Radiant side though.
It's not the ward timings. Like both of these Roche wards are going to time out at almost exactly the same time. So fresh warding around Roshan now has to happen. As I say that, Bane's buying up the wards for it. But you look at the 2 Observer wards from Empire with their positioning. Blocking up the Ancients for one and the other one just watching inside the lane. He's very close tabs on what Wings is going to be doing near their own Ancients. And looks like it's another smoke moment. RP's on cooldown for 20 seconds. There's the smoke purchase.
It's time. They have a sentry ward. Oh, are they going to smoke under the observer ward?
They sentry and they see the obs.
Now they can't smoke though because they know that they know where everyone is.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
At the same time, Empire are going to show everyone up on top lane. So FN is fighting. They are going to smoke. That at least will give them the movement speed to get up. But Blink isn't there. He has a TP scroll so he can TP into the tier 2 tower.
They did this maneuver last game though, so I don't think that Empire are going to be caught off guard. Fool me once.
Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
Shame on the world.
Fool me the 3rd time. That's not how the saying goes, Toby.
It's not. That's why I screwed you up. Like, you were looking for me.
Shame on you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so even with the smoke, Wings end up just burning it. Empire did completely back out. Roshan is obviously still so close, but without that tier 1 tower, like I can think now Wings are also pinging out saying this tier 1 tower on top lane should not exist anymore.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, it should not.
Empire may want a little bit more time to finish up an item. FN is rapidly approaching that BKB of his. And it looks like Chappie is also now about 1600 away from having his own. I don't think Chappie's going to have the time to finish his, though.
Doesn't seem that way.
Actually, this may help. Clean up the bottom towers, a double damage route at FN, so this push will come pretty quickly. They can just push into the tier 2 tower. The BKB courier just got sent back, so wasted a little bit of the movement speed time.
Lark's getting too big. 13,000 net worth, way above the Invoker.
Wing still has the net worth advantage. It's not much. Like, it's 1k on both gold and experience.
Need that one big RP to pull ahead.
Kind of just makes you feel like Ghostic is so far behind. Like, he's about 2,000 net worth behind the Magnus. He's where most of that balance shifts. Allowing Wings just to be that 1k ahead.
Middle tower is under attack.
I think Blink Dagger almost on Rubik? Okay, that's nice. That's that item to make Ice's life a living hell. Sunstrike's being used to scout out Roshan. No one's farming at the moment. FN. It's the Observer Ward, which is about to time out. That scouted the Bane.
Neither team knows how to tackle this Roche. Neither team can get pickoffs, and neither team can go in when everyone is still alive on the opposite team.
Yep.
But everyone's looking to change that. Looks like Radiant is gathered up. There is one smoke on Rubik. Could still be a pretty good time to do so. Wings, do they have any smokes? I see one in Ice's backpack. And
kind of waiting for Faith just to pick up like the Shadow Amulet and sit inside the pit if possible.
He might need a pipe.
Yeah, he might.
I think of all the heroes, him or Invoker on the dire side need buyback the most. And Siege Creep, no! 125 gold goes to Chappie as he slays it inside the Roshan pit. And they are backing off close to the T2 tower.
They're coming in. FN went invis. There's the smoke maneuver from Wings.
Radiant's middle
It
tower
wasn't near any kind of vision, however, but FN's now going to break the smoke, running in close. The dust will be triggered. FN gets revealed, but Wings don't have an opportunity to engage. So again, they back up. Blink continues to farm up his BT on bottom lane while all this is going on.
Need the split pressure from this.
Dire's top tower.
They're trying to get his BTs up. Like, once those BTs are there, like, the split push becomes a lot easier for Blink because he can just jump in and be part of the fights. Sending in the Purge Creep reveals the fact that Empire are near Roshan, but not actually doing Roshan. Now the Sunstrike also flagged out. They have started it. So Empire want to give it a shot. Faith goes for the RP, catching the back line. Shadow pops out with the infest, but Faith just gets critted into oblivion. Bane will join him as well. The multicast, everything is going the way of Team Empire. A triple kill for FN. And this is when Empire can take Roshan that they've been waiting to do for so long.
Blink was not there for the fight. He was way too greedy trying to farm. He actually had gold for bots, and he still kept farming. They 100% needed Blink there for that fight. And that was a pretty decent RP, but no follow-up. Lifesteal could not do enough damage on his own.
So Aegis the Immortal into the hands of Empire. You put it onto the Phantom Assassin too, so Chappie's now got a license to be over-aggressive. Shows the confidence to keep FN alive. To be the slipperiest hero on Team Empire's lineup, so it makes sense. What did Ruby get? He took Shockwave, so he got the double nukes available from King R. Probably would have preferred having the Empower buff up if he can get it off Magnus. But he has his Blink Dagger as well. So if you can see Magnus cast any decent ability. Okay, there's your jump forward. The Bane. King R using that Shockwave to mop him up. 30 seconds on the sideline without the Bane. And Blink's put pressure on the bottom lane is nowhere near enough to get Empire to force their way back. But they'll make the decision anyway to bring Ogre.
PA zoning.
She really is.
In theory, the Enfeeble is good, but generally, Bane is just not in a position to be able to cast Enfeeble. There's way too much stuff going on in the fight. He's concentrating on the Slark.
Oh, that jump. King R. Pick up. Talki's throw him down. The double damage freshly on the Slark. Shadow will infest into the Ancient. I don't know which one it is. It's the one which is obviously running away. Okay. Skewer up. FN. I really don't think you wanted a piece of that, Faith. Even with your ability to go invis, Bane can't keep him alive. He started the Fiend's Grip, instantly got interrupted, and Fiend's Grip still stolen by King R. Wings, everything is falling apart. You haven't burned Aegis the Immortal. You got 3 heroes down, only one of them with buyback, and Rubik has Blink Fiends available.
Everything has fallen apart because of that Roshan fight. And they had to tackle it a little bit better. A little bit too much was on the Magnus, I say, but he did deliver on the RP. It's just that simply no follow-up damage, and now everything's falling apart.
It's like watching a 5-man black hole with just no one else there. It just doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. Tier 3 tower is gone. They're backing out, though. They're letting it be. They're going to take the shrines out and just remove any outward position for Wings.
Stealing 63 agility. It's a lot of damage. He has Bloodlust too, to amplify any sort of plus damage that he has. And then he has a Dezo debuff on the Phantom Assassin too, so just too much damage coming out from the Slark and not enough control. And he has a lot of defensive items too. He has the Shadow Blade, which they've had a lot of trouble trying to find him in the team fights, and the BKB, which can only be controlled up by the Grip or the Magnus Ult, both of which he can off if he said.
Empire's coming in. They smoke up. They scan up on the hillside, so they know they can walk up this staircase without being revealed. The Dire Observer and Sentry is down, but thanks to the smoke, they can just run under it, so with no Shadowblade Slark running in behind. But Wings, where do you go? You don't want to fight. It's still 2 minutes before this Aegis the Immortal is reclaimed.
They're trying to set up, though. Magnus is there with Bane, but they would not have enough damage unless there's a Sunstrike coming in. Yeah. That Observer Ward will catch a small glimpse of Faith and Shadow on the top side. It's a pretty cool observer ward. I think if you have like Quelling Blade, it helps if you can around it, but it's still pretty
No,
decent.
they do not have enough damage. Oh, Ice, Chappie. How did he know that Nightmare and TP out is the only way for Bane to survive? How did he know? Did he just have a check?
Game sense.
Top lane, hearing Stampede. It's Radiant side moving over to find Faith Beyond.
Ouch. Grip stolen into a shockwave. Empire have by far the better team fight now, and Shadow is just
He gets back as well, wasting the time with the rage. If FN times this right, no, again, the pounce is going to be a little bit off target as Ice tries to remove the damage and has to commit Fiend's Grip. But even with the Enfeeble, the Slark is still hitting at around 100, 150.
Chappie's also enfeebled up.
They're coming from mid. There's no Magnus, there's no RP. Put the Desolator to work, bring down melee racks, Bloodlust him up.
They need an Invoker, but his BOT's still down for 8 seconds.
Their Stifling Dagger remove 50% of the life of Innocence. Throws out a second one, that's only going to remove like a quarter. Still no Magnus up. Glim's going to pull him back in. The Storm is there, plus the Tornado. They catch out two of the force, but ghosting in through the rear line. Remember that Shrine will allow Wings to fight inside their own base. They need a little bit more control. Chappie, Phantom Strikes out. Magnus was looking for his RP. He won't get it. They throw him back in again. The Ogre Magi will go down, but Ghostix continues with the Hoof Stomps and double edges. He'll finally be brought down by the Sunstrike. But this is a 2-for-2 trade-off. The two big damage-dealing cores are available, but they're not going to push the issue. The melee Rax is alive.
That was a godly lift by King R, too. He had a really good lift on the Magnus as he was about to look for that RP. Just not really able to connect with anything on the wing side. No combos have been shown.
But they do hold their Rax.
Hold the Rex.
That's the upside you're going to take from all of this.
They have big problems against BKBs. No, nothing against BKB. Sunstrike, I guess. But Lifestealer can't hit anyone right now. He did go for the AC before the MKB, so he can't get can't really hit the Phantom.
I'm surprised they're racking up so much armor items, like the Shiva's Guard coming in for the Invoker.
So
I thought we would have seen more Disable. Like maybe a casual plate mail I'm okay with, but then go into Disable. And now, well, okay. He didn't even get the plate mail at the very, very start. The Nightmare creates space into a Fiend's Grip as FN Sunstrike will connect, and that's a huge kill. Blink getting almost 900 gold from that one.
Wow.
A 10 times kill streak has just been ended.
One slip up by Slark by not pressing his ulti fight. But one of the benefits of having a Bane, gotta play perfectly against him.
That's the money now. If Blink wants it, he can buy up the Shiva's Guard.
You have to go defensive items because of the BKB. I would say if they didn't have the BKBs, you can go more offensive. But because they have BKBs, you have to weather it. The way you weather it is through armor, Ghost Scepter, Blink, Forceps. Then you can fight.
A group up by Team Empire, looking for, again, the smoke counter. Rubik's got one in his inventory at the moment. And it does look like Empire want to go on a hunt. But what else is really missing? Chappie wants a little bit more money. He's going to pick up the Vit Booster. So Vanguard is done, but not the full Abyssal yet. Rapidly approaching it. And Ghostic is 100 gold away from his Aghanims.
Poor Bane's only.
Wings are trying to make the most out of this time. Such a small window of opportunity before Empire has those two big items I just mentioned. And they may find it. Smoke will break. Chappie farming on the Ancients. And this Magnus really not wanting to just have a guess.
I thought he was about to YOLO it, but they actually don't have enough damage to kill him. I don't think they can kill him.
They definitely don't now. That's a level 3 Aghanims upgraded Stampede. They don't have the damage.
That makes Slark's life a lot easier.
It's a different item as well to see a Magnus pick up as opposed to like the Shadow Blade. He went for Glimmer. He's still got Shadow Blade inside of his quick buy.
I'm actually quite surprised he went. Glimmer is not that great here.
Maybe he just needed something. Like that would have been the quicker way to have the invis for the fights.
I don't think he had the money for it in the base.
Everyone's scanning. Dyers will hit. So they understand that Empire's moving up. That's their smoke maneuver. And you see Blink on the bottom lane. He has his BTs available so he can come back. A decent momentum on that creep wave. And this will force a reaction from Team Empire.
They're going to be revealed very, very soon. Smoke's going to pop in about 5 seconds time. They have 2 observer wards down there. Is anyone going to get revealed? That is the gem on Chappie. Now is the time for Dire to smoke up on their own. I don't see any smokes in. That's a no.
The gem on Chappie, I'm fairly certain he was in range of that observer ward for a second. Like, I know the range of the gem can be a little bit deceiving. But yeah, the observer ward gets to live for now. Everyone just enjoying farm. Invoker loves this. More time Blink can have, he'll take it. With all this split pushing happening, Empire just... Like, what do you do? Can you just barrel down the mid after Roshan?
You just need to be able to pick him up. He doesn't have BKB. He can easily die if they can actually find him. But after that blunder by Slark, they have to be pretty careful now. They don't want to concede another kill before Roche.
Yeah, Faith actually disassembled his Glimmer now. So he has the Shadow Blade.
You can disassemble that? I've never seen anyone disassemble it.
It looks to be the case.
Nice.
He's got a cloak sitting on. Jump forward. Oh, Abyssal Blade is doing work. Lifesteal still doesn't want to pop back out again. They saw him. The Gem of True Sight. Whoa! Okay, Innocence. And the extra bashes. Well, the Lifestealer will go down, and Wings. Oh, they just gave Empire the opportunity they were looking for to take Roshan. Bottom lane will push in, but you won't care. You can take mid-racks as well if you want it.
They need a gem of their own. They were scattered by the Observer Ward. Just made life impossible for them at that juncture. Well, Blink running away.
Ghostic happy to just jump in. This one nice to get him out of Nightmare. Take it yourself, Dark Pact off the effect, then just jump in. Instant hit onto Ice, and the damage will be enough. FN sitting with the 12 essence shifted already. Not bad having plus 36 agility before Wings will try and initiate into you. And you've still got your BKB. Melee racks will fall, Empire will back up. And they may just take Roshan before Wings can really reply to them.
RP's still up for them. They could potentially TP to... They really need a smoke.
They still have to think that that Observer Ward exists.
Yeah. It doesn't look like they're going to get there in time.
Not when you got PA hitting like Chappie is.
They could be setting up a trap for them right now. That's what they have to.
They're coming over. Ghostic, he sees all. Blink is revealed. They'll jump forward. The Hoof Stomp. It's keeping the Magnus out. The Storm is down from Disruptor. Just trying to save him, but Chappie doesn't care. BKB's in. Slices up the Mammoth. And Wings are losing too many, and they've probably just lost the game. Fiend's Grip stolen once again by the Rubik. A buyback out from the Invoker. He's looking for a target, but what have you got? The target is the entire Team Empire lineup, and they're coming for you.
They've handled the Magnus so well this game. King R and FN, both. I think FN just been playing phenomenally this game. He's as slippery as a Slark should be. 14-1 on him.
A huge game as well for Team Empire to really step up to the plate. They needed this victory. With the 1-1, they will actually take the second position. All they needed was the draw.
Still need to close this game out.
That they do. It's not a done deal.
No big RPs yet, aside from the one that Invoker wasn't there for. But if they can get their act together and have both people there, or have a long chain of disables onto the Slark, they could potentially turn things around. But it's getting close to that point where Lifestealer can't hit anyone. He's going to have to all in for MKB soon without a buyback if he wants to be able to do the damage. And Invoker was forced to buy back for that fight and does not have any money or buyback, or his Octarine for that matter.
Yep. Well, short can only buy up the soul booster.
A big RP. Even the half decent RP. I would say Slark +1 is good enough. And ideally the Centaur, because he has that R button.
Yes, he can click R. He might have been able to click R twice.
What's the legacy key? Is there even a legacy key for it? Because before it was Great Fortitude was his ulti, which was a passive, so there wasn't actually a hotkey for it. I don't know.
I do not remember the legacy key for it.
I don't think it was in Legacy.
Did you even use Legacy?
No, I mean, I used Legacy.
Did you
some point.
use keybinds?
Matriarch with pride.
I just used normal. I didn't use war keys or anything. Normal.
So you
Post
were,
stop was F. I know that.
so you were a legacy man.
What?
You were a legacy man.
Dyer's
Oh, I mean, not in-
tower is under attack.
In what, Dota 2? Dota
Alright,
1?
Dota 1.
Dota 1? I assume. We call it Legacy in Dota 1, we call
No,
it
we didn't.
normal.
It was just normal. Like
Yeah.
it's labeled as legacy now. Like it was like, did you use war keys or not? That was all.
No.
Dyer's bottom
Oh, Faith Beyond, this is your moment now. He needs to hit a fantastic RP for Wings to stay in this game, but Chappie, the only man left on the front lines, he's not hitting too hard. In fact, he's hardly hitting at all. Throws out the side fling dagger, but it's still enough. The blink skewer from Faith Beyond, looking for the target. Had to go invis, Tornado EMP, Chappie's gonna burn. And they're gonna glimpse him back as well. They really want this kill on the Phantom Assassin. It's only the Aegis Immortal. You don't want to burn a huge ultimate just to kill him off. That's why they're using Skewer and Enfeebles and Brain Saps.
They did commit Stampede, though, to try and save his Aegis, because Chappie did not feel like using his BKB for that glimpse, as I don't think he should have. But he did get a lot of his mana burn, and
Yep.
he can't even Blink Strike at this rate because of that big EMP.
There's just no sustain for that. Like, yeah, the Ruby can give him Arcanes. The Ogre cannot. Like, you got one Arcanes. Now Slark runs in. Alright, he's just going to go. The Stolen Fiend Script from King R. Tornado will cause a little bit of a problem as Faith Beyond has to use RP, but no, it got stolen by Rubik. Rubik, he wants to live on this one, jumps in close, and he actually locks down the Invoker. A quick dusting to give the reveal, but the Storm is down, but both the targets from Empire who are in it are protected by their BKBs. Shadow trying to man mode this up. FN needs some space, but he won't get it. The Glimpse pulls him back in, and with the pop-out Infest, the damage is there to kill off the Slark, but it's still not enough. You're still 3 heroes down. King R survives through most of it, and with a jump in from Chappie, he'll find Ultra Kill. 3 buybacks from Wings. They know it's this or nothing. They cannot lose their bottom round.
He only RP'd one guy. I believe he Dark Packed it off, and it got stolen. That is one of the worst possible outcomes for Magnus in this game.
Skewer! He tried to save the Disruptor. The hoof stomps down as well as Shadow. He was able to actually rage up in time, but it won't protect you with all those bashes there. Ice tries to protect himself as well. That won't happen. GG is the call. And Team Empire on the back of the draw with Wings will claim 2nd position next to OG at the top of Group A.
Congratulations to Empire.
A real good congratulations. Empire?
They handled Magnus firstly. That's a really big deal.